Every year, the NFL hands out predictions, point spreads, and so called sure things. But in the playoffs, nothing is guaranteed. Some nights, the underdog walks in under the radar and leaves the world stunned. From crushing legends to last second miracles, these are the 10 playoff games nobody saw coming. Let's start this list off, though, with an honorable mention 2017 Jaguars versus Steelers. The Steelers entered Jacksonville with swagger, boasting one of the league's most dynamic offenses, led by Ben Roethlisberger. On paper, they looked unbeatable, but Jacksonville, led by Leonard Fournette and a suffocating defense nicknamed Saxonville, had other plans. From the first snap, the Jaguars' defense swarmed Pittsburgh. Every attempt to move the chains was met with aggressive hits, tipped passes, and relentless pursuit. Fournette grinded out tough yards, wearing down the Steelers' defensive line. Blake Bortles, often criticized for inconsistency, was on fire in this game, connecting on critical third downs time after time. As the clock wound down, Pittsburgh attempted a comeback, but Jacksonville always answered. When the final whistle blew, 45 to 42 flashed on the scoreboard, and the Jags won it. Number 10, New York Jets versus New England Patriots. Tom Brady's Patriots had dominated the AFC East for years, and the Jets' season had been overshadowed by early struggles. A rematch at Gillette Stadium felt like a blowout waiting to happen, but Rex Ryan's Jets embraced their identity. Smash mouth defense, opportunistic turnovers, and just enough offense to keep Brady off balance. Darrelle Revis shadowed the best receivers, and the Jets' pass rush never let Brady breathe. Mark Sanchez ran the offense carefully, avoiding mistakes and making timely throws that kept the Patriots guessing. Late in the game, the Jets' defense forced a critical turnover, swinging momentum permanently. When the clock hit zero, 28 to 21 told the story. The Patriots were stunned, and the Jets were another underdog team who got to move on. Number 9, 1995 Chargers versus Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, dominant at home, were expected to overwhelm San Diego. Their fans filled Three Rivers Stadium with confidence, expecting to see an easy playoff win in their home stadium. San Diego, however, played a game of patience and precision. The Chargers stayed disciplined against Pittsburgh's rush. They mixed short passes with timely run and kept the game within reach. In the final moments, as the Steelers drove towards a potential game-winning score, the Chargers secondary made a play for the ages, a pass tipped in the end zone and intercepted. The crowd went silent. The Chargers celebrated, and 17 to 13 was the final score. Number 8, 2007 Giants versus Cowboys. Dallas had dominated the Giants all season, winning twice. The Giants, though, had playoff grit and a young quarterback named Eli Manning ready to prove himself. New York's defensive line crushed the trenches, stopping Dallas's running game and forcing Tony Romo into tight throws. Manning remained calm under pressure, threading passes into windows many others couldn't. The final minutes were a defensive battle, with the Cowboys pushing for a late comeback. Then came the defining moment, a Romo interception that ended hope for Dallas. The Giants walked off 21 to 17, and their confidence skyrocketed. Number 7, Denver Broncos versus the Steelers. Pittsburgh expected to control Denver, even against its unpredictable Tebow-led offense. But football is not fair in the postseason at all. Denver used a simple, relentless approach, leveraging Tebow's dual-threat ability and a defense that forced critical mistakes. The game stayed close, and overtime arrived with fans on the edge of their seats. On the very first play of OT, Tebow hit Demaryius Thomas on a slant route. Thomas dodged, weaved, and outran everyone, scoring the game-winning touchdown instantly. 29 to 23 became not just a win, but a moment that left the football world scrambling to rationalize what had just happened. Number 6, Minnesota Vikings versus the Saints. The Saints were in control, their offense humming. Drew Brees methodically moving downfield, fans envisioning the NFC Championship. Minnesota had realistically no time left on the clock. Then came the miracle. Case Keenum, under pressure, launched a sideline pass. Stephon Diggs caught it and slipped past defenders, stayed upright, and sprinted into the end zone as time expired. The stadium erupted, social media exploded. The Minneapolis Miracle instantly became immortalized in NFL lore. Number 5, Patriots versus the Rams. The greatest show on turf arrived as offensive juggernauts loaded with speed and confidence. The Patriots, relatively unknown, were written off before kickoff. Bill Belichick's game plan was genius in its simplicity. Slow the clock, limit big plays, and force the Rams to prove themselves. The game stayed tight, tension mounting. And just seconds left, Tom Brady led a legacy-defining drive. Adam Vinatieri's field goal gave the Patriots a 20-17 victory, and it launched a dynasty. Number 4, Giants versus Packers, divisional round. The Packers came in with a 15-1 record, and everyone thought they were invincible. Aaron Rodgers was in MVP form, Lambeau Field was rocking, and the world assumed Green Bay would just roll over the Giants. New York had other ideas. Eli Manning and the Giants' offense moved efficiently, while the defense executed one of the most disciplined game plans in recent memory. Pressure on Rodgers caused hurried throws, forced turnovers, and slowed down Green Bay's explosive receivers. Hakeem Nicks torched the secondary. By the fourth quarter, the Packers fans were silent, watching their season slip away. When the Giants walked out of Lambeau with a 37-20 victory, the NFL was reminded that regular season records mean nothing in January. Number 3, 1999 Jaguars vs. Dolphins, Dan Marino's final game. Miami had always been synonymous with Dan Marino, a quarterback who defined an era. By 1999, Marino's career was winding down, but even then, the idea of him being humiliated in his final game seemed almost impossible. The Jaguars, a young franchise led by coach Tom Coughlin, was determined to rewrite that script. From the opening snap, Jacksonville attacked with ferocity. Running back Fred Taylor ripped off huge runs while the defense clamped down on Marino, forcing incompletions, interceptions, and turnovers that seemed to come every few plays. By halftime, Miami's offense was visibly rattled. The third quarter turned into a spectacle of relentless Jacksonville scoring. By the fourth, the scoreboard told a story that would be etched into NFL history. 62-7. Marino walked off the field for the last time, a legend humbled. As the Jaguars etched themselves into playoff lore, few games have ever combined utter dominance with the finality of a legend's curtain call. Number 2, Seahawks vs. Saints, 2010. Seattle entered the playoffs with a 7-9 record, hosting the defending Super Bowl champions, New Orleans. Outsiders saw a mismatch. Fans saw skepticism. Seattle, however, played unshackled football. Marshawn Lynch bulldozed through the Saints' defense repeatedly, the stadium shaking with every yard. Then, in the defining moment of modern NFL folklore, Lynch broke free for a 67-yard touchdown, the Beast Quake run, literally causing seismic activity in the stadium. The Seahawks held on to win 41-36, shocking the world and proving that postseasons don't care about regular season records. The game became a legend overnight, an ultimate testament to determination, chaos, and raw physicality. Number 1, 2007 Giants vs. Patriots. The Patriots entered the Super Bowl with a 18-0 record, the most dominant team in NFL history up to that point, with Tom Brady at the helm, a record-breaking offense, and fans already celebrating what seemed like a guaranteed championship. Everyone expected the game to be a formality. The Giants had other plans. Eli Manning calmly led the offense, finding receivers in tight windows, and the offensive line gave him just enough time to make the big throws. The Patriots' defense, aggressive and confident, couldn't quite anticipate Manning's poise. The game stayed tense, but the defining moment came late in the fourth quarter. Facing a crucial 3rd and 5 from their own 44-yard line, Manning escaped pressure, evaded defenders, and launched a perfect 32-yard strike to David Tyree. Tyree secured the ball against his helmet, the legendary helmet catch, keeping the drive alive and stunning the world. Just a few plays later, Manning found Plexico Burress in the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. The Giants won 17-14, ending the Patriots' perfect season, shattering expectations, and cementing the game as one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Playoff football is special because anything can happen. Favorites can crumble, legends can fall, underdogs can rise. Every January, at least one game reminds the world that no prediction or spread can fully capture the chaos of the NFL postseason. These 10 games didn't just shock fans, they became timeless reminders that in football, nobody saw them coming until the scoreboard said otherwise.